Got credit card points, airline miles, and hotel rewards all over the place? I've got a completely free tracker for you to download that keeps it all organized and shows you exactly how much they're worth. This free tool also shows you exactly which of your cards to use for each purchase so you can rack up those points even faster. Let's dive in and I'll walk you through how to use it. Welcome to World Wanderers.
We're Alicia and Will.
Come wander the world with us. If you're anything like me, you've signed up for every rewards program out there, and juggling them all in your head just doesn't work. Or maybe you've got a bunch of points and miles, but have no idea what they're worth in real money. These points are basically travel gift cards, but if you're not tracking them, you're probably leaving value on the table, or worse, letting them expire. I've made a completely free tracker that does all the work for you. I'll leave a link to it in the video description and show you how to download it at the end of the video. The tracker has 3 tabs, and the first one is how you're going to figure out what your points are worth. You can see that the first column sorts by the category of points we're dealing with, between credit card, hotel, and airline. The next column tells you the specific program we're using, whether that's a specific brand like American Airlines or Hilton Hotels, or points that are transferable like Chase Ultimate Rewards. Now, most people aren't going to have points in every single one of these rows. You can either leave them at 0 like I do, in case one day I have points to add there, or you can simply select the rows you're not using and delete them. The next column is available points, and this is where your part comes in. You're going to log into each of your program portals or apps and see how many points you have and enter the number in column C. Column D shows the point value per point, which is what makes this so complicated. Not all points are created equal. Each credit card point, hotel point, and airline mile has a different value depending on how you use it. We use valuations from the Points Guy, one of the most trusted sources in the travel world. Their values are based on the average redemption rates you can expect when booking flights, hotels, or transferring points, so you know exactly what your rewards are really worth. I've manually entered the point value for each point for each program on this list. In case you're watching in the future, this is accurate as of May 2025. These values tend not to change too drastically, but they are updated from time to time. I've added a link to the Point Guy's valuation page, which he updates monthly at the bottom of this chart, so that you can occasionally check them if you want to. So as we can see, American Express rewards, for example, are worth exactly 2 cents per point. So this means that for every 100 points you accrue, that's basically $2 you can spend. If we scroll down this list, we'll see everything from IHG points, which are worth a half cent each, to Chase Ultimate Rewards, which are worth 5 times that. And then the last column is just math. It's going to multiply the number of available points you have in each program by the value per point and give you an available balance in dollars. This column will add everything in it together and give you a grand total of what all your points are worth at the bottom of the page. Now let's talk about tab number 2, category multipliers. The fastest way to rack up airline miles and hotel points is by earning them through credit cards that transfer to travel programs. If you want to learn more or see how my husband and I earned $27,000 in points last year, check out this video, which I'll also link at the end. So many credit cards offer bonus multipliers, like 3x on restaurants or 5x on travel, which means instead of getting 1 point for every dollar you spend, you're getting 5, which obviously adds up a lot faster. So using the right card for each purchase can seriously boost your rewards. Now, in this tab, I've made a chart of all the popular credit card categories that give bonus multipliers. Column A shows the category, and column B narrows it down to the specific place you'd use the card, whether that's a hotel direct booking or something like a gym membership. The rest of the columns are the most popular point earning credit cards out there. I've gone through and filled out the chart for each of these cards to make it easier, but I recommend going through and deleting the columns for the cards that you don't have. That will make it less overwhelming to choose which card is the best option for each purchase you make. If you have a card that's not on this list, add a column or repurpose one that's already there that you're not using. You can either check your cardholder agreement to see what the bonus multipliers are for that card, or if you scroll down to the bottom of this chart, you can click on the link that says click here, which shows you a popular website that'll give you the info. Simply scroll through the page to find your card, hit the down arrow on how to earn points, and fill in the columns on the chart. Now you should be looking at a chart of just the credit cards you have. Our goal now is to highlight the best card for each category. We should have a winner for each row, unless there's a tie, in which case we'll just highlight both. For example, let's figure out what the best card we have is to use at a restaurant. I'll go down the restaurant row and see that Amex Gold is 4x, Bilt is 3x, Capital One is 2x, and there's a Chase card with 3x and a IHG with 5x. Now, you may be tempted to look for the highest multiplier in each row and be done. So in this case, it would be IHG with the 5x multiplier. But as we said earlier, all points aren't created equal. This is where tab 3 comes in. You'll see that the third tab is called Card Decider. I made this to compare how many points you get on a credit card from a real transaction, but we can use it to figure out how to fill in this chart too. First, let's look at column A. This would be the amount I'm spending, but for our purposes, we can pick an arbitrary amount like $100. Let's compare the top 2 restaurant multipliers that we were looking at earlier. So I'm going to put in the Amex Gold in row 1 and the IHG in row 2. I'm going to use the drop down to select their corresponding point multiplier. So for Amex, it was 4, and for IHG, it was 5. Now we're going to input our point value per point. To find this number, we're going to go back to tab number 1, and we're going to copy and paste it. We'll see that Amex points are worth 2 cents each, and IHG points are worth 5 cents each. We'll see that even though we'd earn more points with the IHG card, the actual value of those points is worth a lot less than if we use the Amex. So for this example, Amex is going to be the winner. So I personally would go back and highlight that cell in my chart so that I know that this is the card I should use on restaurants. You can go through and compare all the categories for the cards you have so that you know exactly which one to use for each purchase. I then take a screenshot of this table and save it to my phone so I have quick access to it when I'm ready to pay for anything in the real world. This tool has seriously helped me stay organized and maximize my points. To download it, check the description of this video. There's going to be 3 different links. The first is the one I was using for Mac, iPhone, and iPad. Once you click the link, it'll take you to Google Drive. Hit the download button up here, and it'll download a copy for you that's ready to use. If you click the second link, that'll take you to a version for Google Sheets.
If you're already signed into Google Sheets, hit File, Make a Copy, save it as whatever you'd like, and hit Make a Copy again. Now you can edit it and it'll automatically save it to the cloud.
The last link is for Microsoft Excel. That will also take you to Google Drive, and the preview is going to look a little wonky. Ignore what you see and hit File, Download, Microsoft Excel. Then, once you open that copy in Excel, it'll look normal. Thanks so much for watching, and if you found this helpful, please give it a like so YouTube knows to share it with travelers like you. If you want to learn more about how to earn tons of points, I'll link that video next. Don't forget to subscribe if you want more travel tips that save you money and get you further. Safe travels!